I just stumbled on this post from Josh Pickford, someone that I have been following for a long time on Twitter and really big fan of. And he basically talks about the fact that he loves to build but needs customers, and he's done so much incredible stuff, but still marketing is kind of hard for him. And I totally get this, and it just inspired me to make this quick video showing you one way how you can do marketing really, really fast. I'm obviously biased because we're using Redreach, which is basically doing Reddit marketing. And we're going to take an example by using Josh's product Maybe. In case you don't know, Maybe basically is a personal finance app. It helps you to track, grow, manage your money, and just be more conscious about how you spend your money. It's a personal finance tracker, and it's really, really well made. And like any product, it also has a couple of competitors. So I checked some of them out. There's probably way more, but the three that I found is Actual, there is YNAB, and then there's also Firefly. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use Reddit to market Maybe in the fastest way possible. And the tool we're gonna use is Redreach. Redreach is basically a tool that does a couple of things. The most important thing is that ever since Google bought access to Reddit data, Reddit links are now surfacing much more on Google search results. And what Redreach does is basically highlights all these Reddit posts for given very relevant keywords that rank on these search queries. And so we can tap into these conversations, subtly promote our product, and ultimately get more leads and sales. Redreach also does another thing, which is quite important, which is tracking your competitors and comments that happen on Reddit based on them. It's super easy to get started with Redreach. Basically, we only need to add our own website, add the competitors, and then get relevant posts. I want to show you how it works. Let me just quickly show you. We can go here to get customers from Reddit. Then we're going to sign in. I'm going to quickly do this. Now, once you sign up, you will be presented with this onboarding screen. It's just 3 quick steps. The first thing we need to do is enter our company website. In this case, it's maybefinance.com. Boom, Redreach will find the website. You can also see it here. And then we go continue. Now, Redreach will basically analyze your website, think about what it is made for, what the intent is, what the product is selling. Then we'll come up with some high intent keywords that will be relevant later on, and also generate a company description. That's done. We can now go through this company description, and if we wanted to adjust it, but I'm just going to trust Redreach that it did what it did, and I'm going to click on next. Now, the next step is to add 3 competitors. You can always add competitors later, but we're going to start with 3. Now, we already seen that there's these 3 competitors. Let me just quickly add them here. The first one is Actual. I'm going to copy this. The second one is YNAB. And then the third one is Firefly. Boom. Now we're going to hit on next. Read through this if we wanted to. Click on next. The last step is to choose a plan that fits your needs. Redreach is paid up front, but if you're not happy with the results, I'm more than happy to refund you. The reason why we have this is very simple. It's just because we have quite a few costs that are happening on the first run, and we just want to prevent abuse. And if you want to, you can choose between 3 subscription plans. They will help you to get new Reddit posts and opportunities on a weekly or daily basis. They will also track your competitor and your own brand mentions in Reddit comments 24/7, so you're always on top of the game. However, if you wanted to, you can also just do a 3-day pass and just use Redreach for 3 days, and then don't have to worry about any subscriptions. Now, there's 3 options. I'm going to go now with the professional plan, but in most cases, you're very much well off with the growth plan or even maybe the starter plan if you don't want to have daily notifications. All right, I picked the professional plan. I'm going to hit on finish, and then I see you after the payment. All right, after we have paid, Redreach will go out and do quite a bit of data processing. Now, this might take from like 3 to like 7 minutes-ish. You can navigate away from this page if you wanted to. We will also email you when it's ready. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to wait here and fast forward the time a little bit. Sparkling water, and I'm also going to doom scroll a little bit on Twitter. All right, and now we're in the dashboard. You can go through the onboarding section here if you wanted to. Let me just quickly browse through this real quick. This is where the magic happens. We're here in the search box, which is the section where Redreach has found 45 highly relevant Reddit posts that are also ranking very high on Google. So if we take a look here, for example, we can see that this post, what's the best budgeting app out there, it has a monthly estimated search volume of quite a lot. And if we take a look here at keyword appearances, we can see that this Reddit post is basically ranking for the keyword budgeting app, budget app, and personal finance. And we can see it ranks here for number 3, but also for budget app, it ranks number 2. And the most important thing is it does not rank for our keyword, but it ranks for actually a competitor keyword. And so that means that for this keyword, budget app, if we take a look on how it looks like on Google, if we scroll down a little bit here, you can see this is the post. This is the post that Redreach has highlighted. And if we wanted to get maybe now into the eyes of people that are looking for this keyword, this is the best Reddit post to engage with. Also, by the way, these other 3 posts here as well, Redreach has also identified these, but now let's go back. And now all we have to do is basically write a comment and subtly promote our product. Now there's a lot of rules to this on how to do Reddit marketing and commenting in a very safe way, because it's very easy to get banned on Reddit. We've written an entire guide about this, but the basic, most important thing is to never mention links. You should just promote your brand by posting your brand name. Never mention any links for the most part. And we can now, if you wanted to, also use the Redreach feature here, which will look at the post and then come up with AI sort of helpful reply that you can also customize however you want. We have a settings section where you can go in depth and create comment templates and comment prompts for the AI. And for example, let's say we like this comment here, and what we can do now is just click on copy comment and open the Reddit post. Redreach will then automatically open the Reddit post in a new window, and we can now go ahead, just join the conversation, and basically just copy paste our answer here. Now I always recommend you to give this a bit of your more personal touch and let it just slightly be more than just an AI generated answer. Redreach tries to approximate how a human would respond, but as you know, AI is not perfect, so I highly recommend you to just give it a little bit of your personal touch. And then we comment, and then that's it. Basically now we have very subtly promoted, maybe in a very highly ranking Reddit post that also gets a lot of views on Google. This is exactly what we want. It helps us through Parasite SEO, as well as just growth marketing essentially. Now, let's go back to Redreach and let me show you what else we can do. Redreach also allows you to conveniently mark this Reddit post as replied. And we can then move on and basically go through this list here. And the whole idea is that you do this on a daily or weekly basis. Depending on your plan, Redreach will fetch new posts weekly or daily. And it basically runs on autopilot. The only thing you do have to do is just manually comment, but that is just, I think, a really important part, and that makes it not as spam as we actually want to avoid. The next thing we can check out are the mentions. Now, the mentions are basically comments that contain either your brand name or your brand domain, your website, and tries to find out with AI if the sentiment is positive, negative, and if it even makes sense to reply or just keep a track of it. You can see here, for maybe we have like a neutral sentiment, 50%, but we only found so far 5 posts that have been posted quite recently. Redreach will do this on a daily basis. It will basically scroll Reddit and like find these mentions for you every single day, for you and your competitors. And we can now go through, check out what people say here about maybe, but we can also go to our competitor like Actual and see what people say about Actual. And you can also see they mentioned another competitor here. And so it would be very interesting for us to perhaps go in here and also, subtly promote maybe. Let's have a look at Firefly. Same thing, people promote Firefly, and we can do the same thing. Now, we talked about the mentions, which are basically Reddit comment mentions. We talked about the search box, which are highly ranking Reddit posts that appear on relevant Google searches. And then we have one more feature called new opportunities. And new opportunities are Reddit posts that are super fresh, that just came in, which posted recently, and that gives you another opportunity to be engaging with Reddit posts that are just been posted literally today, yesterday, and again, depending on the interval you choose, you can do it on a daily or weekly basis. And we can now also go through here and see basically the opportunities based on most recent, or I would say probably more importantly based on relevance. We can see, for example, what's the best finance app available. This would probably be a really, really good post to engage in. And we can also fetch the comments here if you wanted to, and then just create a very nice comment, and off we go with the next one. If you want to, you can also check out the archive where we have replied and rejected posts. If you think this post is not really relevant, you can also reject it. And last but not least, we also have an insight section here. The insight section lets you get an overview of which subreddits are the most important for you, as well as showing you a little overview of like how many posts you've replied, the estimated impressions. You can also see which subreddit is the most important and your recent replies here. And last but not least, we can also check out the settings. If you wanted to, you can add and customize your own keywords that Redreach will use for new opportunities. And you can also come in here and change some prompts that Redreach will use for generating comments, so you can personalize this as much as you want. You can also choose the notification interval here if you wanted to, and also the billing section, which just allows you to upgrade if you want to. If you want to see when your next posts will be fetched, you can also check out the section here on the left, which maybe my face is just covering right now. It will show you when the new posts will be ready. And that's basically it. In my opinion, this is a really fast way to do marketing for your app on a daily or weekly basis without thinking too much and having actually really, really high impact. If you want to check out Redreach, just go to redreach.ai. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'm more than happy to help you succeed with Reddit, because I think it's actually a really undertapped growth opportunity if done right. All right, cheers.